In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I've been learning Spanish for the past year. Now, as you can see, how I have on my computer screen recording, I'm going to be showing you what I have been doing for the past year. Now, currently, I think I'm at like a lower B1 level. Um, I've been doing just a lot of reading, not much listening, but I think that's my problem right now. So that is why I've created this YouTube channel to keep me motivated and like keep me accountable because I haven't been like studying like every day or being consistent basically. So I've just been like going through stuff, but I'm gonna be showing you what I use and how I got to this level now. Right here, there's a video, Guardé lo prohibido y terminé impresión, which is a podcast which is based in Colombia, if I'm not mistaken, Colombia or Venezuela, but I think it's Colombia. And I just downloaded. I should have showed you how I actually downloaded, but you're gonna be seeing more of how I do things in more videos to come now. Right here is from Carcela's podcast. Now I just go to Language Crush. Now it's similar to LinkU if you know Steve Kaufman and his resources app. It's pretty similar, and this is just a much cheaper version of LinkU, and I've been using it for the past. I have it like for the past 2 years, but I've been really using it for the past year when I really started learning Spanish. So I'm gonna show you. This is actually the video. I've already imported it from YouTube. So I imported it, and then I just went to Note GPT to get this transcript. Copied the transcript. After you do this, you go in here, paste this transcript in here, and this is pretty much the transcript for the entire video from YouTube. I've already done it, so I'm just gonna cancel it. And as you can see, my known word, I'm surprised it was this high, to be honest. It's actually at 12,000 for Spanish. But it's the way in which they count word is like they count every single word. Like, in Spanish they have different conjugation. One word can have multiple different conjugation. Each word is like, each conjugation is its own word. And I actually like that about it because sometimes you might know a word in itself in the original form, as they would say in the infinitive form, but you might not know it in subjunctive form, so you don't really know that word. But I like how they like every word pretty much is account for a word. Now let me just give you a brief example how I do it. So pretty much I'm already a year in, so for a beginner it's much different. I'm gonna be starting a different language, Swahili, maybe in the next, I don't know, few months. But I really want to get my Spanish up to at least upper B1 or lower B2 where I can have like meaningful conversations before I move on to a different language, to see, to like give myself more confidence. Now I'm gonna play a brief example of what I do now. Let me start with this right here. It actually imports the video as well, if for YouTube. So here it is.
Hola, bienvenidos a Cárceles Podcast. Gracias por estar en este espacio, por preferirnos.
Pause it right there now. So you see, it's a bit of reading and listening now. In the initial stage, what I will do is I will just listen first to the entire podcast, which is why I don't really choose a podcast that is too long. Typically, I would like it doesn't go more than 20 minutes. But what I'll do is just listen to the entire podcast, try to understand as much as I can, and then I would listen and read at the same time, going through it. And then in my third phase, then I'll just read it out. I will still play the audio because it's good to hear the audio, but I'll be focusing on the words and the pattern and all that stuff, changing the word. But how this works is, let me show you the mouse right here. It changes the word that you know. So this is how the word appears when it's your first contact with the word. It's pink, if that's pink, I don't know. And then you change it to learning. If it's your first contact with the word, you change it to learning. And after a few times, a few different videos, you start to recognize the word, you start to know it, then you change it to known. Now you see my known word went up. And if it's not like a word that is really a Spanish word, it's just like, maybe mixed with English and Spanish, you just click ignore to avoid it. Now, Carceles podcast, I'm not even sure if Carceles is a Spanish word or not. As you can see, it's my first time coming in contact with that word. It's weird, right? Knowing that many words, but it means prison, as it says. So I'm just gonna click learning and just continue. Preferinos means we prefer ourselves, basically. So I can change it right now, but as I've said, typically I wouldn't start changing the word. I would just listen first, trying to get the gist of what is going on. Because this is 35 minutes long, I will just listen to the first 10 minutes. I don't like going past 10 minutes. I just listen to the first 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, then I'll read and listen again. And then I'll try to change the color code now. At the level I'm at, I don't necessarily have to listen now without actually, in this phase that I'm doing, I can just technically read and listen right now. Just read it and listen. That's what I like to do. And plus, I'm like a pretty chill day. I just got off from work. So I don't really want to go too hard on myself right now with Spanish. So I'm just gonna read and listen right now. Changing the color codes, maybe. I'm not really in depth in it right now, focusing too much on what do you call it. Well, let's just continue with the video. Let's go.
Seguirnos, por seguir todas las historias que pasan en este medio digital tan comentado por ustedes. Nosotros
As you can see, if you're like having issues with like an accent, I believe that this way, if you focus on one, like say this podcast is for Colombia, if you get other podcasts of the similar region from Colombia, you would pretty much develop that accent. But if you listen to podcasts from different areas, from Spain, from Colombia, from Argentina, it will start to get a bit messy, and your accent will be a bit, I don't know, weird or neutral. I don't know what it is. Just not because you're not focused on one particular accent. And I haven't done that. I have listened to many different accents. La República Dominicana, Colombia, Venezuela, Guatemala, Mexico. Like I've listened to them all. Still can't understand Dominican, like Caribbean Spanish. It's so difficult to understand their Spanish. Colombian Spanish is much more easier to understand. That's why I like using podcasts from Colombia. But I'm gonna have to like level up regardless. So as I said, we're just gonna taking it a bit chill today. So let's go through it. And by the way, like I don't really do too much editing in my videos. Like as you've seen it right now, I'm not sure how much editing I'm gonna do because right now I'm on my phone and I'm holding it with one hand. As you can see, I can shake it. So, and the next one is on the computer. So, yeah, let's continue.
Comentarios los seguimos, los leemos y de verdad son muy enriquecedores para nosotros.
Now, as you can see, she says son more enriquecedores para nosotros. No, enriquecedores. I believe I've come across this before because I don't do all of my reading on this. Sometimes, I might be on my phone, on Instagram. I might be on Kindle, which is a bit different. Sometimes I read on Kindle because I just like it. I have the book on Kindle. I can't bother. I can like copy the Kindle book here. It will make much sense. But I'm a bit lazy, so whatever it is on Kindle, I just read it on Kindle. But I know that this means enriching. You see, so I could just click it as known. But for some reason, I don't feel like I really know it, so I'm gonna put it as learning. Lo leemos y de veras somos enriquecedores para nosotros, ¿sí? Hoy estamos desde la cárcel del Buen Pastor de Bogotá y estamos con una mujer a quien voy a llamar María. She's with a person who she's going to call María. Ella pues prefiere que no demos su nombre. She prefers not to give out her name. Vamos a proteger su identidad y por temas familiares. She said she's gonna, let me see. I don't know. Oh, we're going to protect her identity for family matters, I guess. That's what it's saying. Yeah, so let's
Otros. Hoy estamos desde la cárcel El Buen Pastor de Bogotá y estamos con una mujer
And I guess that's what the prison is called, Buen Pastor, because she says she's here um, at the El Buen Pastor de Bogota, El Carcel El Buen Pastor de Bogota, which is, I guess that's what the carcel or the prison is called, El Buen Pastor.
a quien voy a llamar María. Ella pues prefiere que no demos su nombre, vamos a
No, Demos. No, Demos must be, I don't know. I know it's from Dar to Give. Demos. I don't know. I just don't feel like I know it that good. Yeah, so I'm gonna put that as learning. Now what I'll do, I probably have my book here. Don't even have a pen, which is weird. But I have my book here, as you can see. It's right now it's empty. I had other books, but I left them. There's so much going on because I moved from a previous location to this location, so a lot of my stuff is all over the place. As you can see, I have boxes and all kind of stuff. But yeah, so I moved recently, so a lot of my stuff I don't have. I used to have like 2 or 3 books filled with notes and stuff, but this one is pretty much new. This one is pretty brand new book, so we're gonna be filling it up with a lot of notes. I normally write down phrases that I find interesting or words. I'll just put the words by itself, maybe put a little sentence there too, and then like go on chat GPT and then try to find more stuff about it. I also really wanted to use Anki, but I find Anki just isn't my style. Like I can't continue using it. Like even when I tried earlier in my studies, I would use Anki for like the first few weeks, maybe a month, and then I stopped. But it was really helpful. I just think I'm a bit lazy adding the words and stuff. So I think that's my problem. But I think like if I could just find a way to really or quickly add words to Anki, like I think I would do it. To be honest, I just don't have the time, a lot of time to add words to Anki. But I think it's really helpful, and I don't know. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm gonna try to find a way to like really add words to Anki pretty quickly. Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. Yeah, so that's pretty much how I go through it. And then once you're finished, then you go to the end of it. Let me just fast forward 24, 25. Once you're finished reading all of it, you can just mark it as studied, and all the word will be changed from this to green and some known, and then you continue to move on. Now let me show you some other. This is my YouTube playlist. As you can see, I have other videos in here, but let me show you something. I have a Harry Potter book that I found online. I just copied it and paste some of the words in it. I just paste some of the stuff in it, the book. So I'm gonna be trying to read that, but that I labeled this as advanced because it's pretty. When I went on it, I was struggling so bad I couldn't understand much. These are some texts. I think that these are from videos. It's in English, so it's from Luca Lampariello. A lot of these, cause I like watching him. I like his advice for language learning. I really like him and Steve. I think these are probably my 2 favorites. But this is right here. These are English videos. I just use AI to translate it to Spanish, and then I have it here. So I'll just if you can see it, I just have translated to Spanish, and that's pretty much it. And go here. What is it? This is music. I got the transcript from Google for some of the music, and I have it. This is Bailando. When you're learning Spanish using music, these are some of the most common music they gave you. El Merengue, Shakira. When she's, dissing Piqué, that's funny, bro. Like, Rosalia, I like her, Despecha. Ando despechada, I like her. Absolutely beautiful. I love that song, man. So I have a bunch of other like stuff there, stores which I bought. These are some of the stores that I bought from Amazon, and then I just downloaded it. I have it in Kindle, but I just downloaded it here. These are Netflix. This one is a bit more. I didn't really like. I think I went through this one. Didn't do much of this, but I really need to get because I think with the movies it's much more easier and better because the transcript is much more accurate. Episode 5. It's much more accurate and stuff, and I can watch it first and enjoy it, and then I can because I don't with the thing with this is you can't import the actual movie, so I don't have the audio, so it's just the reading, but I have it on Netflix. So what I do sometimes I both have this right here while watching the movie on my TV and just like going through it, or I'll just watch an episode and then I'll go to this and read. But that it takes a while to get through an episode, especially when you're in the lower upper beginner stage where I'm at right now, like upper beginner A2, lower B1. It takes a while to get through it, but I think with a lot more practice, I should be fine. And I think that's pretty much it that I want to explain in this video. I'm gonna be uploading more videos, going through, showing you exactly how to import the stuff, going through other videos. These are some of the videos that I watch on YouTube. Yeah, Panama. See. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'll see you in the next one. I also have vlogs. I think I might be opening a TikTok. I'm not sure yet. I might be able to like create some more things on other platforms. But be sure to like, subscribe, and follow me, guys. Really love the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.